see here, I think the chart is visible to you. Okay, we will slightly, okay. So yeah, so what you will find it over here, you see I have drawn a line over here, a light blue line at the top and at the bottom, right? So what we'll see, the date is 0 February. So basically what we need to do, we don't have to trade, we don't have to take any trade between 9:15 till 12:30, right? We need to mark which one is the high and which one is the low made till 12:30, right? Once that high or low is broken, that is once 12:30, the high which has been made between 9:15 to 12:30 or the low which has been made between 9:15 and 12:30. If any of it is broken, right, the market is trying to give a good movement on that particular direction. You can easily capture 100 to 200 points, even more in that particular direction, right? And that the movement will be very fast, right? So this is the chart of 2017. Here also you can see this is this is the low, that is at 8,537, okay, and the high is 8,585, and you see a candle that is at, I think, 1255 candle, because here is 3 and here is, this one is 5 minutes before, so 1255 candle. So 1255 candle crosses this high which is 8585, and it gives a movement of, it gives a continuously movement towards 8720. So nearly 150 170 points movement you are getting, 150 points movement you are getting, okay, that will in a very small time. So on the budget day, the main thing is that you need to sit and watch the market carefully, but you don't have to execute any trade until the major announcement of the budget is made, right? It has been seen that all the budget, important budget announcement is made till 12:30, all the major announcement budget is over, but sometimes it may exceed to 10 or 15 minutes. That's a exceptional case which has happened in one of the years, right? So this is for the year 2017. Now we look for 2018. Wait, I don't have 2018 chart over here. Let me check. Oh, okay. So this one is 2018 chart, right? So we look on this chart very carefully now. See, okay. So this you can see, this was a February 1 chart, right? This one is the high which is made till 12:30, right? 12:30. But the low it had made till 12:30 is somewhat, I think this one, right? Yeah, this low is made 12:30. Okay. So once the low is broken, see, this is the low which it has made at 12:30. See, 12, this one is 12:5, this one is 12, this one is 12:5, 12:5, 12:10, 12:15, 12:20, this one is 12:30, this red candle, right? So when the low is broken, which is broken as 10,990, it has given a movement to all 10,880. You can see 100 point, more than 100 point movement is there over here. So you could have easily captured more than 100 point movement over here, right? So here also the same case. Fine. So now we'll go for 2019. So you'll find that 2019 budget is on 5th July, because 2019 was an election year. So election year, the main budget was on 5th July, and the budget on the 1st of February was an interim budget. Okay, that was not an effective one. So I am excluding that budget. Okay. So if we Here. See, here again you will notice this is for year 2021, right? Yeah. See, 5th July. Here I mark the high. Okay, 1230 high. Here I mark the low. This one is 1230 low, right? Which has 1230 is over here. Okay, this one. So once this low is broken, you are getting a good movement. That is 11,882, 11,817. You know, more than that, 11,800. So you are getting a nearly 100 points, 80 to 100 points movement, right? It's a good movement over here. You are getting directionally, right? Here also you are having good movement over here. Fine. So means in all the years, what you are saying, once the low of 1230 is broken or the high of 1230 is broken, market gives a 100 to 150 point movement. Okay. Now we are going to go in the budget of 2020. Here is a bit of an exception over here. What is happening over here? The candle, the low of 1230 is here. The low of 1230 has been broken by 10 to 15 points and again it has reverted, right? So in such cases, what you'll have to do, the low of this has been broken and after 10 to 15 points it has moved 10 to 15 points down and again it has been reverted. So what you have to do, once the low you have broken, you have to keep this red candle high as a stop loss. Once the stop loss is triggered, you need to exit. But once again, if the low is broken, you need to enter it again. Once again, if this candle low is broken, okay, means this candle low is broken, you need to enter it again. Now, if you enter for the second time, you get your target over here, right? Again, it moves up, again it comes down till over here. So you get a good target. But what has happened on this day, that is what I want to say. This day, this volatility is because the main announcement might would have been delayed for after means still some time, means the announcement have not been completed till 1 on this particular day, because once the election I'm very sorry, once that what you say that budget, when the important budget announcement is completed, right, after that you won't find any volatility but you'll find a movement in one particular direction and that is what you need to catch it, right? So in this case there is a volatility over here because either some points might not have been understood properly which has been given in budget. So because of that, a big bit of volatility was found, but that is absolutely fine. You don't have to go and check what is happening in the budget or not. What has happened? You can take a stop loss of a minimum stop loss, which you will keep above this candle. Okay, and once again, if the low is broken, you'll enter the trade, and your target will be achieved. Okay, not an issue in that case. So this is the only exceptional here which I am finding it over here, right? And that's also a whip shot. Or to be a much more safer side, what you can do, you can wait for a 1 minute candle to close below that, below high or low, you can wait for a 1 minute candle to close. That is also one of the option, you can go for that. Or you can wait for, because that day is a very volatile day, 10-20 points can just move in seconds. So what you can do, or you can wait if the low is broken, and after the low is broken you wait for more 10 to 20 points to market to come down and then you sell. That is also a good option, you can do that. Okay, so in that case if there is some whipsaw, you will be saved in that particular case, right? Or else you just sell it, and in some of the cases you have to take a stop loss. Okay, so you have taken just one stop loss over here, but again re-enter the trade once the low is broken, so you are getting a smooth movement over here, right? Again 2029 budget, February 1. See, it has made the low over here, and the low of 1230 was at 13,997. Once this high is broken, you can see a movement from 13,907 to 14,300. Nearly a 400 points movement you can see easily over here, right? So what will happen is sometimes you will have a stop loss, but even if you have stop loss, you keep your stop, don't keep your stop loss very big, right? Keep your stop loss small. Once your stop loss is triggered, what you do, you try to re-enter the trend once again that in that particular direction if its high or low is broken. Okay, so we'll see for the next year, which is 2022. See. Again, in this case, This was the last year trade which I had also taken this one. You'll find this a high. The high was at 7622, okay, was made, and the low which was made till 12:30, right? It has been broken, and once it has been broken, you get a clear movement from 17,454 to nearly 17,254, a 200 point clear down move you are getting. So that was also a good trade to catch on. So the moral is that most of the time what will happen, you don't have to trade between 9:15 to 12:30. You need to check what is the high made, what is the low made, right? If the high and the low, whichever it is broken on that particular side, after 12:30 or 12:45, whatever it is, you need to 12:30, you need to enter the trade on that particular direction. Okay. One more thing is to notice that you need to also see the budget, right? You need to see that the budget should, the main all the main contents of the budget should get over before 12:30. If it is extended a bit, so you'll find the market, the Nifty is getting whipsaw in that case, right? So that is the main issue. Otherwise, you will find a very clear movement after 12:45, which you have already seen in last 6 years. 5 times you have found a very clear movement. Only once it has gone 20 points down, again it has gone up, but again it has came down. Right. So thank you. Thanks. This all for the budget day. Thank you.